Hello, everyone, and welcome. Hello, Sarah. How are you today? We are back with Triangle Strategy. And of course, as soon as I start, because we cannot ever have things. Ever. Ever. So, yes, there's a storm. Triangles are very good. Triangles are the strongest shape. So we shall wait just a moment. Hello there, and welcome. And yeah, there's sound. I'm just typing a thing because we're in an ad break. Yeah, whenever there's an ad break, I will type messages like that. Because not everybody is subscribed, so not everybody is able to see. And unfortunately, when the game is not at the front, regardless of how. Yeah, it's because I'm minimizing the game. If the game is not on the front of the thing, it freezes. I do not know why it is done. I'm square. This is a square thing. Alright, so when last we left our intrepid heroes attacking the everything because we learned that salt is literally everywhere, and this heart hole that they used to enslave the pink-haired people is a lie. And there's an asshole in this castle who I think he's using a fucking corpse. I feel like at some point. Hey Faye, how are you doing today? I feel like at some point there was a person who was the Hierophant, and they died or something. So it is either going to be one of two things. Oh yes, doing the mom thing. And yes, the audio keeps cutting in and out here. So the game audio is cut out. I've minimized the game. Well, not minimized, but if the game is not in the foreground of the computer, it does this. The game is a port. You have to understand this game was ported from the Switch, so it was not original. Oh, mine. That may just be from the storm. There is a storm here. It may be fucking with my tubes. I do not know. Interesting. But it is going to either be one of two things. This is either going to be a corpse, which is the one I'm leaning more towards, or there's some sort of like machine in there because he does talk to somebody. I'm very glad that you came to join us. Thank you so much. If you wanted to sit and listen, that is fine. You're more than welcome to sit and listen, or if you need to go, that is fine too. How is this? Is it cutting in and out still, or is it having issues, or is it good? Where are we at? All right, so it may just be the computer doing that. That's a thing, but that is the thing that we know about and we can address. So I feel like it is one of two things. Like I said, it might be a dead body that this guy is just using to enact his will, or it may be some sort of machine or something where, from what I can tell, he talks to whomever is in there, and the people around can hear something. They just cannot make it out. So maybe there's some sort of thing in there. Well, thank you so much for joining, and you have a very good day. All right, so yeah, I feel like it's one of those two things. I'm leaning more towards the corpse. I feel like there's going to be someone dead in there, and he is just like, well, and it's like, how we caught you in your lie, you fucking bastard. I forgot we have maxed out Cyranoa's sword to the Sword of Libra. 10 superior iron, my fucking goodness. Route and recover. That's neat. I feel like it is going to be a Wizard of Oz type situation. Because anytime you see the indoor guy talk to the Hierophant, he walks up to the little tent. From what I understand, the Hierophant is a lady. So he walks up to her tent, and she has this little tent inside of this audience chamber. He'll walk up to it, and there'll be like the dot exchange, which is indicative in anime and JRPGs of either whispering or, not discussing what is actually happening, just like in incredulity. But in this case, the context clues say it is supposed to be a conversation that is in hushed tones, so it is whispering. It makes me believe that he's either pretending that there's someone there, like the dead body that I think it is, or there's a machine of some sort that is making sounds just barely audible enough that everyone's like, oh, hey, there's totally somebody in there. And hey, baby, thank you so much for joining us. Can we buy any of things? We cannot buy anything. There are no things. Yes, sleep is good. You do need to sleep. Yeah, we are good in the encampment. Hello, Tina. I see that you were using the emojis I finally got uploaded. I have uploaded all of my emojis. I'm going to probably try to make more. So these were made by somebody else. As you can see, they were not done correctly. These are the ones I had to fight with the artist to fix because, for some reason, which I will never understand, the artist decided, hey, let us, instead of just making it obvious what the emoji is, because it's very obvious what I'm doing there, I'm smiling, why don't we put over the emoji in letters what it is? Like an idiot. Hold on just a moment, I need to clean my glasses. If you say anything while I do, I will get back to you as soon as I can. I am effectively blind without my eyes. I have an additional set of eyes with my glasses. Without them, I cannot see at all. My ocular sensors are very damaged. Very damaged visual sensors. Alright, so here we fucking go. We're gonna go to the Hierophant's Palace. We're gonna find out what the fuck is going on. Yep, here we go.
You an audience because of Minister Exham's petition, but I did not expect you to show us this.
Yeah, fuck you, Ador, you lying sack of shit.
How very fascinating. It certainly does contradict the doctrine here in our blessed land. Or it would, were it real. Have you any proof that this was not created by magic or technology?
Well, with all due respect, Minister, I have a question for you in return.
Yeah, fuck you, Minister. We're gonna stab you in the dick.
Frost and Glenbrook's decree to stop trade with Hyzant.
I think it nothing more than a threat. Neither would last very long without our salt.
Gustadov is no fool. Such an edict would not come without proper countermeasures in place.
Exactly. Ador is such a fucking idiot. He is the prime example of what happens when you have nothing to keep your anything in check. He is such a fucking idiot. For all of Gustadov's very basic levels of strategy and the like, he is not that stupid. He would not say, hey, we're just not going to trade with you at all ever again unless he had something in place. Which, you know, makes me think that even though we haven't learned what was actually in that cave way, way back at the beginning, it was salt, especially since this confirms it. We have salt rock. Big salt rock here. And that would lead one to believe that, well, we have salt rock. So maybe there was salt in the cave, especially with Gustadov. Sorry about that, I had to take care of an emergency. But yes, with Gustadov making this statement, we are no longer going to trade with Hyzant. And the giant rock salt we have here, very obvious what is going on.
Countermeasures such as another source of salt, for example. Having their own salt would make Hyzant's redundant, at best, and your nation would soon find itself in dire straits without the salt tax's revenue.
What is it you want from us?
Your full support.
Lend us your strength, and together we can defeat Esfrost, and Hyzant's ties to all nations will remain intact.
So we have been looking at this. There is a guide we are following to figure out what the path is so that we can recruit the Sword Lady. I do not believe we have anything to do for a while. I believe we should be good for now. So we defended the Roselle. We found the key. The next thing is the next thing is in chapter 15. So we are a ways from that. We are joined today by Turtle. Hello, Turtle. My bird has decided to join us.
You mean to start a war?
I mean, if By start, you mean end it because the war already
The
began.
kingdom of Glenbrook may be naught but a puppet now, but it was once your homeland. You understand this, yes?
What sort of idiotic statement is that? Of course we understand that. Why do you think we are here?
Even so, my people do not wish for war. We must try to resolve this peacefully first.
Do you think Gustadolf can be reasoned with? Need I remind you that it was he who invaded Glenbrook?
Yeah, and once Hyzant is weakened because there is no salt tax and no need for their salt, when they're cut off from trade, completely, then you're going to see Gustadolf have Glenbrook and Ashfrost both attack, and Hyzant is going to get stepped
He's a
on.
wolf in sheep's clothing.
Be that as it may, neither my people nor soldiers will accept it as a reason to go to war.
Then I shall give you one. For I am the second son of King Regna.
Here he is.
Glenbrook. You live.
I'm pretty sure Eudor knew.
Making that face.
Eudor had to have known. The fact he's not surprised is funny.
Kingdom's invader. We could not ask for a better reason.
If you need a just cause to go to war, let it be me. We must stop Gustadolf.
Yeah, the fact that Eudor isn't doing anything.
It all
Yep,
makes sense
he knew.
now.
I mean, it is rather obvious.
O Holy One, have you heard? Pray tell me what you would have us do. It shall be done. Wolfort, Prince Roland, heed the words of the Holy One.
He's gonna fight us now.
The holy state of Hyzant stands with you.
Wait, really?
The Holy One would see you defeat Esfrost and restore peace to Nozeria.
Well, that is actually surprising. I guess we do not get to see the fucking man behind the curtain. I guess the Wizard of Oz play shall continue. This farce carries on. How delightful. I must say, I am actually surprised by this outcome. I could tell he knew. He had to have had an inkling of what was occurring here. But the fact that not only did he not show surprise, but is now immediately, yeah, no, we are absolutely behind you. No, he is the one in charge. There is no mistaking it. There is nobody in there. I did not expect him to actually side with us. That is honestly a remarkable way to subvert my expectations, Square. Well done.
Our nation shall spare no effort in your fight against Gustadolf.
Alright, so yeah, this is the Golden Path. I like this. It is coming together now.
From this day forth, we support Prince Roland as our commander and Lord Serenoa as one of the Saintly Seven.
How utterly fan though. Hold on a moment. We need to see something. I'm gonna find out who the Holy One is. Hmm. So I went and looked it up. I need to see though what our final chapter here is going to be. Hmm. All right, so apparently, depending on the ending we select, which does not seem to be the case here, that does not seem to matter for this. The second option I picked was correct as far as what the Hierophant is. The Hierophant is not a corpse. The Hierophant is a machine. Apparently, she is an automaton, so it is an android. Oh, wonderful.
Me, a saint.
We are brethren now. We ride to war together.
That is so good. I'm loving every bit of this. This is actually coming together. It is finally not terrible.
Well, would you look at that? You secured High Xanth's support, and you even got yourself named one of the Saintly Seven.
I will be honest, I am surprised. I did not expect it to go that
We
way.
also received a signed document stating the Roselle in Wolford are left in our care.
I had expected, truly expected, that we were going to have to fight that guy and the council was going to turn on him. We would have to fight him. And then once we defeated him, then High Xanth would join us. I did not expect to be able to walk out of that without a fight.
Good going, lad.
Oh, it is Benedict and Roland to whom we owe this victory.
Everyone here has suffered so much on my behalf.
Well, it is about time Princess Roland became useful.
My weakness and worthlessness have brought pain and misfortune to you all.
I want to see how many chapters we have left. The next major flag section is chapter 15. So there are 20 chapters in total. There's 19 and then a final chapter. And the final chapter depends on choices you have made.
You've got nothing to apologize for. I already told you. House Wolfort's the sword and shield of the crown.
I am very surprised though. Like I said, but I'm happy about it.
decided that I must press forward, even if it means crawling forth on
So
my
we are
knees.
nearly done with the game, though. That is good. Probably like another 2-3 weeks, I think.
I ask for your support as always.
We shall have to find something else to play once we finish this. Something else long form to, trudge our way through for a playthrough. Although, I may use this as an excuse to compel myself to finish setting up that Dark Souls 3 playthrough I wanted to do for everyone. The one where I use gyroscopic controls to play using the Steam Deck. I do need to check something real fast. Just a moment, please. Alright, we will have to do that after the stream because that requires
I'm with
me
you
to
every
restart
step of the
everything.
way, my lord.
I am not going to put everybody through that.
Is something the matter, Frederica?
I feel like as a member of the Saintly Seven, though, we're going to start being able to free the Roselle.
My apologies for worrying you.
We are going to free the Roselle.
Now, to battle!
Do need to take care of something. Just a moment, please. It will take a little bit longer. I am able to walk now, but shall we say I cannot walk as well as I should. And by the grace of the action god and a few space marines, we have returned. I had to go and grab something for my arm, and then I also decided to go get a Powerade because the additional electrolytes and everything will help me heal faster. We must repair all of the damage.
We take back Glenbrook with our own hands.
Oh, that medicine tastes the worst. If you are familiar with something called BC powder, that is what I just took. If you are not, oh my goodness, effectively it is a very heavily concentrated ground up aspirin. Very good for dealing with pain and things, but it tastes absolutely fucking horrid. It is easily one of the worst things I've ever put in my mouth. But we are back and we are going. Also, look forward to next Friday, everybody. That will be community night. We are going to play. Alright, get some rest. I love you. Thank you so much for joining us. We are probably going to play Darktide for community night. Either Darktide or I might do some more Barony so we can run through that and die. I will probably post a poll about that on the Bird application to find out what we're going to do. Oh, never mind. There's Whitehall Castle. Alright, let me see. What chapter are we even in? Will this tell me? Oh, we're in chapter 12. In the still of the night. I am, speaking of still, I am still surprised it went the way it did. I'm going to see if there's anything here to grab. Also, I figured out why we have crowns here and just check marks here. So, the crown is indicative of playing the game on super sweaty tryhard mode. The check mark is you played this on boring basic bitch mode because you suck at video games and you are also old. Make of those two things what you will. I do want to run Defend the Arena again. I enjoyed Defend the Arena. I found this one very amusing. So, on Monday, I know what I'm going to stream there. All of you that are coming to the Monday stream are going to be subjected to something terrible and delightful for me, terrible for all of you. So, for those of you, most of you know if you watch or interact with me much at all, you are aware of the fact that I am very highly educated. To the point that I have 2 doctorates, one of which is in history, and my field of study when I was constantly, but mostly when I was going through my postgrad was World War I for my history degree. I am going to be playing scared everybody off of that. According to the stream manager, everybody left. But in case they did not, like as I was saying, World War I was my primary focus. And I have picked up a game called Iron Nest. It has a full name. It has a very large name, first of all. Iron Nest Heavy Turret Simulator. It is effectively a diesel punk game because you manage a... It is a giant walking howitzer. But it is more in the vein of a railroad gun. I'd say circa 1916 or so. Hello, Little Rays. Yes, you are more than welcome to lurk. Although, if you're still here, Rays, do me a favor. Type exclamation point and then lurk and see what happens. I see others do that. I need to figure out what that does. Or if it's the thing I need to turn on. No, not lurk. Not learn, lurk. Like you just said, you said lurky lurk. Type exclamation point and then lurk. Let's see if that does anything. It does not. I may need to turn that on. I'm sure that's a turn on thing. Oh well. I do not know if you two saw, but I have more emojis active in this channel now. But yes, we are going to play on MILF Monday's stream, Iron Nest Heavy Turret Simulator. You will get to hear me run my mouth the entire time about World War I. I hope you are all prepared. I'm going to have notes and everything. It is going to be fantastic. I think my next, what do you call it? I think my next history lesson, though, I will have planned. Yes, I shall plan the next history lesson for when I complete this game. Because I want to have it coincide with that. And if you go there, you go there. There. That should be good. Well, if you have me on, if you're following me, which you should be like a very good boy, and you have notifications on, which you should also like a very good boy, you will be notified on your phone when it is time for Mom to stream. I do hope you have notifications on.
My turn. Suffer.
Throw every poison at that guy, and then become invisible. And now she's effectively cut off this entire section. Since they cannot see her, they cannot interact with her. You're a bastard, I'm gonna murder you. Interesting. That is surprising how that actually landed.
Time to take flight.
Get Shadow sketched. He is almost dead from that one shot. He will just hit everybody. Goodbye.
I shall try my level best.
Murder his entire face.
You have nothing.
Get him, Benedict. Fucking murder him. Well, thank you very much. Now, whenever I post stories, I post things to my story occasionally. Usually art I do, or something that happened, or a cat. Because those are all wonderful things that should be posted always, forever. But I will post those things, and then I'm gonna make Archibald go faster. Go faster, old man. Go faster, you ancient bastard. And now you'll be notified when this happens too. Look me.
You won't beat me!
Provoke.
I'll be your shield!
Oh, we got one.
No.
They are so confused. That entire section does not know what to do. I'm gonna have her just sit there for now. Oh yes, you can aerospray both of them. Oh, that was wonderful.
I hope you're watching, Grandfather.
Where's most of the damage? Right here. Alright, so... Now, you know what? I'm gonna have him move right here. And give them the whirlwind.
I fight
Wow,
for peace.
goodbye.
With the
They're gonna get exploded.
So, it falls to me.
Goodbye.
And where shall we strike?
Wow. He almost killed him. She will kill him, though. So much murdering. And then she can just take cover. I love that she is able to do that.
I shall try.
She can get into the fight, put someone down, and then immediately just, I'm gonna go invisible now, fuck you. No, I want to have her go. She needs to go.
Stay vigilant.
Because she needs to heal.
Let me heal your wounds.
No, we're gonna cast Sanctuary. Catch everyone in it.
Appreciate it.
Everyone is fully healed now. Goodbye. That is just... She's so strong. She's such an amazingly powerful healer.
Me too.
Sadly, I do not have the full freedom of movement of my arm like I should. I do not know what the Jade Thumb Ring does, but we shall find out. Increase experience earned in battle. Ooh, I do like that. Smash his face in.
First things first.
Here I come. Fight!
Oh, he could just burn him up right now.
I will end this.
Book slap him, yes.
Where was it?
Channel your inner summoner. Book slap the shit out of him.
From where shall we strike?
Alright, so... I'm just gonna kill him.
This is the end.
Get him.
The hunt is on. Take aim.
Get him.
I see a path to victory.
Give her the Raging Beast. Not that she's gonna get to attack again. Well, she may.
Shall prevail.
We do need to cure more people, though. Who is still taking damage? Oh, you are healed. You're good. I'll just cast this here.
Thank you.
There we go.
Come at me.
You know, actually, I know what I might play a full playthrough of instead. So, I have spoken before about this, how Fire Emblem is basically the progenitor of all of the strategy JRPGs.
Looks like I'm up.
Fire Emblem is the one. It started the whole thing. And then we have other things that have occurred since then. We've had Tactics Ogre. We've had,
I have your back.
oh goodness, what do you call it? Final Fantasy Tactics. And then there's been other indie games. But the two most well-known ones are all coming from both Intelligent Systems, which is the group that is... They're basically enslaved by Nintendo. They live in Nintendo's basement. Nintendo keeps them chained to the radiator and has them make a Fire Emblem every so often. So there is Intelligent Systems, which is the Fire Emblem people. And then there is... Oh, goodbye.
With the powers in me.
My goodness, she said for 205. And then there's Square, who does, as you know, the Fire Emblem, or not the Fire Emblem, the Final Fantasy games, and also they own the Tactics Ogre stuff. Sure, they own it. Alright, so originally it was owned by a company called Quest Corporation. This is who owns the Tactics Ogre games, or the Ogre Battle Series, whatever you want to call it. And then they were bought by Square in 2003. So technically Square owns it now, which is why they've made the Tactics Ogre Reborn, which I have. And maybe I will play that next. That game is interesting in the sense that you get grand armies the size of Fire Emblem armies, where you'll have like a battlefield of 10 or 20 people. It is a lot more management. It is also a lot... Clunkier is a good word. Yeah, clunkier. We will go with clunky. Alright, so we did not get many kudos because fuck us, so we got 730. So yeah, we have coin. Such a stupid name for a currency. Hold on, So I got, or I did not get, somebody purchased for me the Echoes of Mana. No, not Echoes. Which one? Visions of Mana, which is I believe, the latest one that came out. Hold on. Yeah, Visions. Visions is the latest one. Came out in 2004. So I was playing a bit of that last night, and I was like, oh, hey, I remember the currency. This game has such a name. It is called Lucre. Lucre. Why couldn't we have that? You're owned by the same company, games. Why does one have a neat name that is unique and the other has a stupid name for stupid things that are dumb? Why are you Square? How many things do we have? We have very little money. We do not have enough kudos yet. We really do not need it. We will leave the encampment for now. Alright. Alright, so we're going to go to Central Hyzant for this good sub-story thing to learn about stuff.
Did you know about this salt crystal exam?
I mean, he found out about it and told you guys immediately.
No. Neither did I know of Prince Roland's survival. I thought he had perished.
How did... This is so dumb. I do not know how they did not know. How are you so fucking dumb?
Likewise, what did you make of the Holy One's decree?
Hyzant is a grand nation, but unfortunately not one blessed with a bountiful harvest of anything other than salt.
Yeah, Hyzant is not a grand nation. Hyzant just exists. All you have is a lake shaped like a heart full of salt. And you can enslave people with pink hair to get it for you.
Trade, there is no doubt our nation would wither to naught.
As you deserve, because fuck all of you.
We've relied
The
solely
Salt Church
on it
sucks.
for much too long, and that reality was made painfully clear to us.
Did not mean to hit that button.
Harsh words.
No, those are true words. Stop being a bitch, because you need to do better.
But true nonetheless. Do you think we can triumph over Esfrost?
Who is this Council guy anyway? Who are you? Where did you come from? Why do you look kind of like Voldy?
Mark my words, Minister Camso. There is no fight Exham Marshal cannot win.
Except the one where I kicked your dick in. Except the one where I entirely stabbed you in the penis. And you lost.
The Holy One has ordered for us to deliver our Elfric to House Wolfort.
And here I thought your research results to be top secret. What a curious turn of events.
Ooh, what is this Elfric thing? Hopefully it is good for blowing up the army of Esfrost so that we can find and then subsequently stab Gustadolf in the deck.
Perhaps the Hierophant determined it a good chance to test them in the field. They could easily sink an Esfrosti ship or two.
And yet I see not a trace of a smile on you.
I never wanted to build weapons for war.
Yet you don't think twice about toying with human life. How ironic.
This is where she says, relax, I am a doctor.
How dare you?
Or that the two of them fuck, who knows?
Have a wonderful day.
The audacity of Edor's dog.
It sounds like the two of them do not get along. Maybe they go and hate fuck occasionally. Is there anything to deal with? Here, let us look around, because I've noticed that hitting the directional buttons does not always do the thing. Does not seem to be, though. A missive arrives from Sucrus, alerting Gustadolf to dangers back home.
Are you certain it's wise to return to Esfrost alone, Your Grace? You are needed here.
Oh yes, we're getting them all split up and twisted
If
about.
Cyprus's missive is to be believed, I'm afraid matters are far too grave to be left to anyone else.
I believe Sucrus was the investigator guard captain guy who we were supposed to have swear that he was not going to tell any. It's so dumb. Should have killed him.
Deception is nearing its climax. His ill-gotten profits are being used to build a weapon of untold destructive power.
I would like to see what this untold destructive power weapon is. Especially since Gustadolf deserves it, he did entirely fuck up.
Our anonymous source from the manufactory hinted at as much. Svarog is bold to have carried out his plan this far.
Death Snell? What's that?
Let the adults speak, my dear.
If we're to be wed, then there should be trust between us. How long do you intend on treating me like a child?
Forever, because you basically are one. You are utterly useless, Cordelia.
Very well. Tell her, Thalos.
If you insist, brother. This weapon combines the powerful explosives developed by Dragan with Esfrost's mastery of steelcraft.
That, children, is called a bomb.
Although yet to be tested, this cannon is said to have the power to breach even Hyzon's walls. The goddess's shield would buckle under a single blast.
Oh, interesting.
But
They're still gonna lose.
the shield is impregnable.
I have heard nothing of this. Do you think so little of your general?
Yeah, basically, he doesn't like you, so you need to come join us. And then you'll get a chance to stab him in the
A
dick.
general is to win me victory, as and when I command it.
Ooh, he has told her. I mean, she did get beaten by the better woman because she did lose to Hewitt. And there is no one in this game as strong as Hewitt.
Svarog's intent isn't to bring Hyzant to heel, however. He means to use the cannon against Brother. But the fool was so blinded by ambition that he never saw the strings guiding his every deed.
Fool that he may be, he served his purpose well. The cannon could not have been made without his engineers and Dragan's research. He will die secure in the knowledge that his bloodline contributed to the glory of Esfrost. Sadly, he shall not live to see his work completed.
Oh, I get the feeling you are not going to get that to go your way either.
The goddess's shield shall yield before Esfrost's might and ingenuity.
If we can even approach the walls, brother, the trade embargo will ensure that Hyzant is especially wary of our actions.
On the contrary, their focus will turn inward. With naught else to leverage their influence with, they will take measures to see that none of their precious salt escapes their borders.
Oh no, we have already moved against you there. He is playing the checkers to our chess.
There may be some gnashing of teeth, to be sure, but it will only be in an attempt to hide their inner turmoil. Erica, muster a force and march to the Hierophant's palace at once. Deliver to Hyzant my final demands.
As you wish, brother. I shall gather what news I can of the Saintly Seven's machinations.
Thalos, you will remain in Glenbrook. Conduct yourself as if I had never left.
You hardly need ask, brother.
That is all. Now go.
If Laura is still not going to be very happy about this, just more reason for her to leave him and join us.
Even his own flesh and blood are but tools to be used and then discarded when their
yes, people have no idea how he is.
He has faith only in himself. Such has ever been his way.
We have an ad break. Five, four, three, two, and 1. And we are back. Honestly, the fuck goosed off in the still of the night completed. So it seems that because we are making the golden path the thing, we are having to fight fewer things and getting more allies, and everything is going better for us. Here we go, more story.
Esfrost and Glenbrook remained strong after declaring a trade stop with Hyzant. Gustadolf sends Erica to Hyzant to deliver his ultimatum, and dispatches an army to Glenbrook to increase the pressure on the Holy State.
He is an entire bitch. We are going to stab him.
Hyzant, under the banner of Prince Roland, sends Minister Serenoa Wolfort of the Saintly Seven to prepare for retaliation. Softly but surely, Norzelia descends into war once more.
They are absolutely going to get them.
Those are the Archduke's wishes. I implore you not to forget that this is his final offer.
Well, those are all very well, but what our wishes are is to stab the Archduke directly in the penis. We are going to stab him so good, and he is going to just go away forever. And we will keep the salt safe for another day.